Good morning. Here we go, ready for some more chair yoga. So I'm going to wait just a moment to see who comes on. I know I had done a class last week and I had questions right off the bat from some people who couldn't find the video. So I'm going to just take a moment to make sure that everybody gets on. I can't see the screen from my chair, so I can't see what the comments are. But I also want to show you, you'll see that I have a chair, and also I did grab a blanket today. Now, I'm not sure if you're going to need a blanket or not, but there will be a couple of postures that we'll get to where we are on our knees. So if you need a little bit more support under your knees and you just have something, close laying around and you want to grab a blanket, if you have sensitive knees or anything like that, then go ahead and do that real quick also. Okay. So yeah, good morning. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'll make my way over to the chair. As you can tell, I have my big assistant there, Mac, waiting patiently for our practice to start, or for me to get off the couch so he can have it. I thought so. Okay. He's getting settled in. I'm getting settled in. All right. So we always start chanting 3 ohms. And so if you're new to that, you will use your breath with the sound, okay? So you're more than welcome to join in with me. I recommend it, but if you're not comfortable with that, that's fine too. So just sit up nice and tall in your chair. We'll take the palms of the hands together right at the center of the chest, and then put a little gentle pressure between your 2 hands, okay? Take your head side to side, just gently one way and then the other way, and bring your head right back to what you feel like is midline, what you feel like is the center, okay? And then I will close my eyes. I'll invite you to do the same. And once more, if you're not comfortable with that, just look down, kind of half close, look down at the space on the floor. So exhale, empty your lungs. Take a big full inhale breath. And then release the hands and open up the eyes. So we'll spend a few extra minutes today on some breathing exercises. So considering our current situation and just the heightened, level of anxiety, let's say, that most people are experiencing, your breath is a tool that you have with you constantly, and you can utilize truly at any point in time, right? So getting used to calling and drawing on the tool can be a challenge for some. And I mean, over the 20 years that I've been practicing yoga, I can say that it is highly, highly effective. Okay, so to begin, we'll just take some long, slow, deep breaths. This is known as Ujjayi breath or victorious breath, and it's very common, kind of basic type of exercise. So the first thing is we need to really consider your posture. So sitting up as tall as you're able to, think those sit bones pushing down into the seat. Okay, and then your upper body lifting up away from the chair. We want the chest lifted, shoulders low. So even bring your shoulders up and pull them back and set them down. So it feels like you are strong and tall throughout your upper body. Okay, hands can just rest on the top of the thighs. And then we want the head to be, again, in alignment. So think about your center line, your midline, which means sometimes we have a tendency like to, stick the chin up or just hold the head a certain way. And so we want to think about the head in the center and the chin level, okay? Chin level, or parallel to the floor. Once you're sitting in that posture, once again, I'll recommend closing the eyes, okay? And again, if there's any discomfort in that, then don't do it. Just kind of gaze down, right? But if the eyes are closed, this eliminates our sense of sight, which helps to just kind of turn that sense off for a bit so we can really focus inward on this flow of air, okay? So as you're sitting tall, swallow and let your jaw relax, okay? And then again, exhale out the nose. Take a big breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Sigh that air out nice and long. 2 more times, just like you did the chanting a minute ago. In through the nose. Sigh that air out, like you're really pushing some air out. One last time, in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Okay, now close your lips. Close the mouth, seal the lips together. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Same idea, you're pushing that air out long and slow, and just repeat. Okay, I'm not going to say inhale here, exhale there, because you have to tune into your natural rhythm. Or I shouldn't say so much the rhythm, but you have to tune into how you can control your own breath. It's going to be different for everybody, but you want to just kind of keep going and maintaining this long, slow, smooth system, drawing the air in, filling up the ribs, maybe noticing the rib cage expands, maybe noticing more width in your chest. And then as you exhale, extending and lengthening out that breath, okay, seeing how much air you can push out, and just repeat, okay? Repeat. Long, slow, smooth, deep breaths in. Long, slow, smooth, deep breaths out. Now I'll be quiet. We'll take another solid minute, okay? So just continue on your own. As you're moving through these inhales and exhales, if you find that the breath is no longer smooth, if it gets shaky, choppy, just take a break. Go back to that normal respiration. If you're able to continue, keep on going. Maybe even engaging your lower abdominal muscles as you exhale, pulling that belly in, helping the air to escape. Relax through the shoulders, relax through your jaw, relax through the eyes. And then once you take your next inhale breath, fill up completely, and then return to your normal, regular breathing after that. You can keep those eyes closed even for a moment or two. And then slowly start to blink the eyes open if they're still closed. Okay. So you've got this with you all the time. Okay, whether you're at the grocery store or in traffic or whatever situation, comes up for you where, you start to notice that anxiety or that stress creep up, try to tap into that long, slow, smooth breath. Okay, it almost instantly soothes your central nervous system. And it's just good to keep your lungs healthy. Okay, now here's another one I want you to try. We'll take this just for a minute or two. So this is known as switch breath. Okay, same idea. You're going to continue those long, slow, deep, smooth breaths, but now you're going to alternate nostrils. Okay, this is also known as the alternate nostril breathing. And so you simply close off one side of your nose, one nostril. So this isn't like you got to slam the door shut or really press hard into the side of your nose. Just take maybe, the tip of a finger. Actually, there's a couple different ways you can do it. You could use the thumb and the pointer and the pinky finger and use one for each side. Okay, you could take your two hands and switch back and forth. So you'll have to experiment a little bit and see what's going to be right for you. But essentially, once again, if you kind of relax your posture, sit up nice and tall, and then the way this works is you always start with an exhale on the left side. Okay, so you'll seal that right side off. Once more, I always recommend closing the eyes. Exhale out the left, and then inhale on the left. Once that inhale is complete, switch. Close the left and exhale out the right, and then inhale on the right. Once that inhale is complete, switch. Close the right and exhale out the left. And we take that inhale on the left, and then switch. Okay? So again, I'll let you take this on your own, just side to side, probably just for 1 minute. So go ahead if you're not already doing it. Lengthening out each inhale and exhale, long, slow, and smooth. And then to finish and complete this cycle, always end after your inhale on the right side. So once you get back over to the right side, take a nice big full inhale breath, and then release your hand. Return to your normal breathing. And once more, if eyes are closed, go ahead and open them up. So a really great, there's a lot of benefits to that one. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but you may find your nasal passages have gotten a little clearer. I mean, it's spring, I'm stuffy. I've got seasonal allergies, so that's something that I always have to deal with. And also it helps to really oxygenate your brain in a way that is supposed to help your mind become more clear. Okay, you're thinking more clear, have more clarity in your mental state. Okay, so very, very powerful breathing. Okay, now let's get our body moving. So come forward on your chair seat. So scoot forward to the front side of the chair seat. Notice those sit bones again pushing into your seat, and then lift up. Let that spine ascend. Okay, hug those shoulders up, pull the shoulders back, set the shoulders down, right? In this position, that space right below your belly button, pull it in. So you are engaged already. You're already working here, just sitting up nice and tall. Okay, hands on top of the thighs. We're gonna think about the range of motion in your neck. Okay, so just turn your head simply and look over to the left. Notice how far you can get your head turned around. Bring your head back to the center and then slowly just turn, look to the right. And then once again, back to the center. Keep that posture tall. Just tuck your chin towards your throat. So the head comes forward slightly. Chest doesn't move. Chest is lifted. Spine is tall. This is a nice stretch to the back of the neck. Bring the head back to center once again. And then just simply raise the chin slightly. Not too high. We're going to get a little stretch in the front of the throat. And then head comes back to center, okay? Sneak your left arm behind your back. Just kind of let it rest on the back of the chair there or rest on your lower back. And then press right ear to right shoulder. So you'll tip over to the side. If you'd like to, you can take your hand to the top of your head and just put a little extra weight there to help stretch the side of your neck. Keep that belly pulled in nice and tight if you lost it. Release the hand, release the head and the arm, and then switch. Slide your other arm, hand behind your back. Sit tall, press left ear to left shoulder. And then once again, if you'd like to take that hand to the top of the head, go ahead and do so, just a little extra weight. And then release the hand, release the head, release the arm, okay? Sitting tall, pulling that stomach in. We'll work a little bit more with the abdominals today as well. Arms are long. Take a big breath in and reach up and out as much as you can. Exhale, come on down. Keep that stomach pulled in and then take one of your legs and pull your leg up to your chest and then replace it to the floor. So just nice and slow. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, coming on down. Pull that belly in, crunch your leg up towards your chest and repeat. Okay, so I'm not moving really fast or anything like that. Just keeping a grip. Okay, you want to grip those lower abdominal muscles the whole entire time. So really open up those wings as you're stretching your arms up and out. And then one more time each side. Okay, good. Now reach for the back of your chair. Reach to just hang on someplace, a loose grip, anywhere that your hands lie. Get tall through the chest, drop your shoulders down nice and low, and then just hinge the torso forward. So my hands are still hanging onto the chair. Torso comes forward. Feel like you're stretching out of your chair, not so much low. Doesn't really matter how low we go here. We just want to maintain a long spine. Tuck your chin a little closer to your throat. Feel length in your arms, in your neck, and your shoulders. And then go ahead and release. Okay, one more seated posture, seated twist. So we'll start to rotate to the left. Bring your belly, your ribs, your shoulders around. Hang on to the chair. Hang on to your leg. Maybe you can turn that head to look behind you. Maybe not. Inhale, sit taller. Exhale, twist just a little deeper. And then unwind again, back to the center. Take it to the other side, belly, ribs, shoulders, neck, head. And then again, unwind back to the center. And once you're there, you can stand up. Okay? And we'll go to the back side of your chair. So go ahead and let that chair come out in front. Okay? Stand tall, mountain pose. So just as we practice our seated posture, we'll take that standing posture as well. So pushing your feet down into the floor, connecting with the earth, right? Tighten up your leg muscles. So think about maybe hugging your kneecaps up or squeezing those big, strong quads in toward each other. Okay, stomach stays pulled in. Chest is lifted. Let's rotate those shoulders up. Pull them back, set them down. Reach arms long. Extend your fingertips to the floor. Okay, so feel solid here. This is mountain pose, Tadasana. Strong, confident, and then release, let it all go. Okay, take that again, push your feet down, squeeze those legs together, stomachs in, chest up, shoulders low, fingers long. Consider the crown of your head, right? You can't see it, but it's there. So let your awareness now expand from the bottom of your feet that are actively engaged into the floor to all the way up to the top of your head. And then go ahead and release. Take your feet out wide. So we want some space between our 2 feet, even maybe 3.5 feet or so, maybe 4 feet. Turn your, let's do right. Turn the right foot out, and we'll take warrior 2 right off the bat, okay? So this is the one where you'll bend that front leg, back leg stays straight. I've got long legs, so I need to go a little wider, right? And then really dig into, bend into that front leg. Keep lifting up through that back leg. Arms extended, belly's in. We're gonna emphasize the belly here today. And then turn the head to gaze past those fingertips. What's there? What's beyond those fingertips? And then as you are gazing in this direction, make sure the back fingertips are still reaching in the opposite direction. Okay. And then release, straighten up that right leg. Okay, so this posture, this next one is called, I think it's Sky Archer, 2 straight legs. You're gonna reach around for that right wrist, okay? Plant your feet, tighten up those quads, and then just see if you can reach your arms up. That's it. Maybe back. And if this is too intense, just keep one hand on the back of the chair. Right? So tighten up those legs. Feel this beautiful openness in your abdomen. And then let's come back to 2 straight arms. Okay, 2 straight legs, triangle pose. So shift that left hip forward and just extend. 2 straight arms, right? Top arm reaching up. Maybe we turn to gaze and look at that hand. If you need to, hang on to the chair. Now push your feet down, pull that belly in. Reach every fingertip up to the ceiling. And then inhale, come on back to center and switch, okay? So right foot comes in, left foot turns out, and we'll take warrior 2 right away. So bend here, park that knee right over top of your ankle, okay? Play with your distance if you need to, right? Sink down low, sink down low. Nice deep bend in the front leg, but that back leg is still working really hard. That back leg is almost like, sometimes I say, like a kickstand on a bicycle, okay? Supporting this whole other half of your body. Turn the head, gaze past those fingertips. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Stomachs in, chest up, shoulders low. Fingertips reaching away from each other. Make sure, notice if your back arm slacked off and lowered down. For some reason, it has the tendency to do that. Breathe. And then release. Okay, Sky Archer, so we'll reach for that left wrist bone. Plant your feet, squeeze those legs together, maybe hang on to the chair, and then reach up. Reach up, up, up. Maybe the hands go past center, right? A little back arch there. Solid and strong through the legs and the feet. Stomach's in nice and tight. And then we'll release, okay? Shifting that right hip forward, okay? Triangle pose, so just tick-tock those arms down. Imagine your 2 arms are like like a broomstick, an airplane propeller maybe, okay? And if you have, palm of your hand faces me. If you have your balance, you can turn your head to look up. And of course, you can always hang on to that chair. Pull that belly in, return to center, relax your arms, turn your foot forward, and take a big step together. All right. Now, hands to the top of your chair. Okay, I'm gonna turn mine so you can see the shape that my body is gonna make. Okay, what you'll do is hang on to just a nice little support there, and then step back. Now eventually we want the back to flatten out. All right, hips are stacked right over top of ankles. Feet are hip width apart. Okay, arms are long. We look down, pull that belly up. Space below your belly button, pull it up, keep a grip on that muscle. Push your feet down, squeeze those kneecaps. Pull your hips to the wall behind you. Feel length in your spine. Half forward fold. Muscles are engaged. Try not to slack off here. And then go ahead and just step forward, okay? So now I'm turning my chair around to get to the seat. Okay, so just depending on what type of chair you have, not sure what you're using. So we'll come to the chair seat now. Same idea, hands about shoulder width apart, feet are hip width apart. Okay, so like a table, like flat tabletop back. Shoulders, we're gonna try to stack those shoulders right over the wrist, hips over ankles, okay? Pushing the feet down, pulling the kneecaps up, pulling that belly button up, shifting your hips to the wall behind you, soft neck, okay, long neck, belly's in nice and tight. If you know you should not take your head lower than your heart, stay here, okay? If you're able to take that head down, step your feet back for downward facing dog, okay? Feet are still hip width apart, but now the head hangs between your two arms, and same idea, hands are pressing down, arms are long, belly's in, sit bones are moving up now toward the ceiling, kneecaps nice and tight. Breathe. Try not to let that breath stop from flowing. And if it's difficult to place the palms on the top of the chair, you can always hang onto the sides of the chair as well. Try not to shove your chest to the floor. That's not what we're going for here. We want actually whatever's touching the chair and the floor to push down and connect, and then whatever's not to lift up. Kneecaps lift, sit bones lift. Belly button lifts. Forearms even lift slightly away from the chair. Head hangs down. And then go ahead and release, walk your way back up to the chair seat. Okay, so that kind of stimulates the shoulders a bit. And so I'll show you the other nice shoulder opener that we're going for today. So this would be where if you need a blanket to kneel, then to just lay your blanket down on the floor. So basically, I'll show you the shape of this one. You're gonna have some space between you and the chair, and you'll lay your forearms across the seat of the chair and just kind of stack the forearms, and then rest your forehead on those arms. Okay, so if you're able to step your knees back slightly, once more, we're trying to get the hips stacked right over top of the knees, and think of your stomach pulled up here as well, and then the spine long, right? So I'm not lowering or sagging toward the floor. That's not what I'm going for here. Back is nice and flat, spine is long. Long spine, tight stomach. Breathe. And then go ahead and release the head. Come away from the chair. And so we need to switch the stacking of the arms. So whichever way you need to switch that out, go ahead and take your other forearm down, the other one on top. Find your head resting. And then again, we're supported by that chair seat, and then lengthen your spine away from it. shift your hips to the wall behind you. Pull that stomach in nice and tight. Belly's lifted, spine is long. This really does get into the shoulders, so be careful. And then go ahead and release the head. Slowly come on back up away from that chair, and we will go back to standing. Okay. So if you have a folding chair or a dining chair, something that you're able to move around, I'm going to suggest turning it back to the normal way to sit in the chair. However, you're going to come to stand at the side. So this is known as table balance, and typically something that we do, regularly on the mat when we're doing a mat class. Let me grab a drink here. And so with the chair, essentially, we can still do the same thing. And so this is our balancing posture for today that we'll practice. Now, again, watch my example. Watch the choices that you have, okay? As you're at the side of the chair, you'll start with the hands on the chair seat. Okay, so if this is too low, let's say, maybe you can grab something. Gotta disturb my dog there. Okay, maybe you put a blanket down to get the seat a little higher. Maybe you fold a blanket up, okay, to get the seat just a little bit higher. If you need to make that, modification, go ahead and do so. So essentially, just like this table shape that we've been working today, what you'll do first is step your left foot back. So I'm going to take my left foot back and just rest my toes, okay? I already know I have an obstacle behind me. Now, left toes are resting behind. Pull your stomach in, right? Belly's in nice and tight. See if you can release that right arm and reach it forward, okay? So left foot is back, right arm is reaching forward, stomach's in nice and tight. Look down, soften through the neck, and then release. Set that hand back, step that foot forward, and switch. Right foot back. We're going to take the left arm forward. Belly's in nice and tight. Okay. And then release. Okay, so just keep switching back and forth now. Opposite leg, basically. Okay, stomach's in nice and tight. Switch again. Okay, and then if you want to increase the challenge, okay, what you'll do is take that foot. Okay, let me come forward a little bit so you can see my foot. Maybe you pick that foot up. Okay, pull that stomach in. Maybe you reach your arm forward and balance on that standing leg and standing arm. Okay, and then release and take it to the other side. I would say take your foot back first, lift, and then reach. Okay, belly's in nice and tight. And then switch. Either way, keep that foot down on the floor or take it up. Now, you don't have to lift it super high, right? It's not about how high you go. It's more about the strength in that standing leg, your supporting arm, and your core, your center. Okay. Let's do one more time on each side. And then release, okay? Come back to standing, and now you can sit back down in your chair, okay? Sitting at the front edge of your chair seat. All right, good, good, good. So sitting nice and tall, we'll just take another couple of twists, a couple of shoulder openers since we stimulated a lot of the shoulders today. Keep your right leg bent, straighten out that left leg, so heel down, toes up, sit nice and tall, reach for the chair back, or the frame of the chair, wherever you're at. Lift your chest, roll those shoulders back, relax through the neck, drop the chin down slightly, and then hinge. Hinge forward. Think of your spine as long, okay? Don't need to worry about getting close to the legs or the feet. Keep drawing your toes on that left foot closer to your chest so that foot stays flexed. And then release the torso, release the hands. We'll turn toward the bent leg, okay? Same thing, spinal twist, sitting tall, rotating around, using your leg in the chair for resistance. Keep your foot flexed on that straight leg. Unwind again, back to the center, switch your legs out. Okay, so right leg straight, heel down, toes up, left leg bent, reach for the chair back or the chair frame. Chest up, shoulders low, so we're gonna prepare. You can even pull your stomach in here and then hinge forward. Release the torso, release the chair, turn toward that bent leg, twist, twist, twist. And then unwind again, back to the center, this time both legs out straight, heels down, toes up, sit tall, arms reach, loose grip on your chair. Okay. Keep drawing your toes towards your chest, back towards you. Lengthen out and hinge forward once again. So nice and long. Chin comes in close to the throat. Now release your torso, release those arms, let your hands rest on top of the thighs. And we'll take a seated eagle posture also, just because we did so much work through the shoulders. So bring your feet in close if you're able to, bring your legs in close if you're able to. Think about squeezing those legs together. Okay, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Stomach's in nice and tight. Okay, so it's very active as you're sitting in the chair. Arms reach out wide. Okay, right elbow under left. We're gonna cross elbow to elbow to your shoulders, all right? Bring your elbows up, tuck your chin down. Keep squeezing those legs. Keep pulling that stomach in nice and tight. Nice stretch across the shoulders. And then relax, release those arms, stretch them wide. Let the arms relax, let the legs relax. Stomach relaxes, okay? So we'll cross in the opposite direction now. Squeeze the legs, pull that stomach in, reach out nice and wide, right? Now left elbow under right, hands to shoulders, elbows are lifted up so that we're not hugging them into the chest, but they're sticking out. Tuck that chin down low. And then release, nice and wide, arms relaxed, let everything go. Okay, so we're at our Shavasana, at that point of rest. So go ahead and scoot yourself to the back of the chair, like the normal way to sit in a chair. Sit nice and tall, but comfortably. Okay, so this is known as corpse pose. It's our resting pose. It's meant to give us energy. It's meant to help us de-stress. Okay, it's meant to actually recharge your batteries. All right, so again, I'll guide you through this. If you have anything in the background, music or TV or anything like that going, I would recommend silencing that if that's something that you're interested in, because we want to really just kind of go into that more internal space now. Once again, okay. So take your head side to side, just a little stretch one way and then the other, and then again bring your head back to the center. Okay, tuck your chin down slightly. This helps you to gaze downward, right? You don't have to look at me. You can listen to the sound of my voice. If you're comfortable, feel free to close those eyes. If eyes are closed, let those eyes feel soft. Soften the skin. Let the eyelids feel heavy, like a blanket or curtain covering up those eyeballs. Let the skin across your forehead soften. Relax your lips, relax your mouth, relax your lower jaw. Notice what your senses are drawing in, whatever it is that you still might see. If there's anything that you smell or taste, how it feels to touch the chair, the floor, the air in the room. Whatever it is that you do hear, tune in to all those senses. And then moving beyond those senses to your breath once again. Notice now the natural flow of air moving in and out of your body. Try to become so focused and aware of this breath, like it's the most important thing that you have to think about. Other thoughts will creep into your mind, and that's okay. That's how your mind works. Redirect your focus, your attention on the flow of air, simply moving in and out of the body. This is the prana, the life force that flows through you. And we'll use a mantra in our corpse pose today, which is just a phrase that you repeat silently in your mind. So with every exhale breath, repeat the word release. Releasing the carbon dioxide, releasing any negativity, worry, fear, sadness, sorrow, stress. And on the inhale, repeat the word receive. Receiving the oxygen essential to your existence. Receiving and filling up with all that is good, health and happiness, hope, patience, compassion, gratitude, love. So release, receive. Each breath associated with a word. Release on the exhale, receive on the inhale. knowing and trusting that whatever you need to be free from will dissolve on that exhale breath. Knowing and trusting whatever it is that is meant for you and you alone will be received on that inhale breath. Release, receive. And now moving beyond that breath, become aware of stillness. And take this moment of stillness and rest here. Take this moment of stillness and invite a sense of peace to every muscle and bone, every nerve, cell, every fiber of your being resting in a space of peace. That peace is within you, always waiting for your acknowledgement, your attention. And you can always return to it. Now begin to notice your body once again. Make some little movements, and whatever feels natural to you is just fine. Just kind of wake that body up again. If the eyes are closed, start to blink your eyes open gently. Let your eyes readjust to the light. And then we'll end with the palms of the hands together right at the center of the chest. Again, thank you so much for taking this time to take care of yourself. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste. So thanks again, everybody. I hope you feel great. I hope you're doing well. And we'll see you next time. Next week, same time, same place.